Hey everybody, my name is Michael and I'm here with Alpha Company. Now, what's going on is actually a lot of big things are happening in my life, and I thought I'd just share them because, well, I'm actually pretty proud of myself for them. So, one of the big things that happened was in January, I actually was accepted into Western State. Now, I actually posted a video. I posted like half an hour video just explaining why I love this school. And I actually took it down because I thought, no, this is just too boring. I don't really think anyone would care about it because, you know, give them something that they can more care about, I guess. I shouldn't say not care, just more of an interest. And but I got accepted into Western State University here in Colorado, and I'm actually very proud of that because it was the only college and the first college that I ever really thought about going to. And I was very proud of myself because it was the only one I applied to. When I was a sophomore, I was looking through colleges already, and I took this test that would best relate you to a college. And within this college, it paired me with it, and then I'm like, okay, now I have a place that I kind of want to think about going. Well, then I joined a thing called AVID. Now, I don't exactly remember what AVID stands for, which is kind of bad because I'm still taking the class now. But AVID is kind of a college starter class, which means it helps you prepare for college, as in it gets all your credits that you need for high school. It makes sure makes sure you have the hours you need to be able to graduate and all of this fun stuff. Now, I've been in this class since my junior year, and my junior year is when I started to dig more into Western. And also my junior year, the second semester, is when I knew I absolutely had to come to it because it was very small, which I prefer. It was very outdoorsy, and also it was just all around a great school for me because it seemed as though the teachers were very personal. Now, in February, after I got accepted, we went up to it was a meet and greet for Western. Now, when we did this, I met a few of the professors that I would be going under when I start to study my history for my secondary educational degree. And it was actually really cool. I was very excited to be there. I just felt very proud of myself because I actually, like, in the past, I always worried about would I ever get into college because I always thought that I wasn't smart enough, I guess, to be able to pull off going into college. I always thought that I would stay a C and D student and be able to graduate, but I would go to the bare minimum of colleges. So when I got accepted into Western, I was actually very proud of myself because it was basically built on education. That's how it started. That's the college that started off of teaching people how to educate others. After I got accepted, I started looking for scholarships, and I got a scholarship from the HAC, also known as the Hispanic Advisory Committee. And this was a very proud moment because I also didn't know if I would get this because I thought everyone with a 4.0 would be able to have a better chance at getting it than I would. And then I literally sit at a 2.6. And this is what also made me nervous for college because I didn't know if I would be able to pull it off. Well, I got the scholarship and I was very proud of myself because I was panicking in the first beginning because I couldn't get a teacher to get me a letter of recommendation. So I already had one letter of recommendation and all of my school stuff was turned in, and I just couldn't get that second letter of recommendation because I was asking teachers and they said it's too soon, it's too close to the deadline, I don't have enough time to write it. And this was a big worry for me because I actually really wanted this scholarship. And then one of my assistant principals, his name is Fabrizio, actually got me in touch with the principal, Miss White, and said, hey, can you meet with this student because he would like a second recommendation letter, and he can't get one from one of his teachers. And so I met with Miss White, who I've known for a while now because she became our principal last year when I was a junior. And she's a very nice lady, very kind of personal with you sometimes. It kind of depends on who you are, I guess. And right off the bat, she's asking me questions about like, what am I doing outside of school? Did I do anything for school? And I told her like I ran cross country my freshman year, and then I also did track. I used to play soccer, and then I also told her that I'm in the Denver Choral Group. And then that kind of gave her a basis, and then she asked me a few more questions, and then we were done. And then the next thing I know is Fabrizio called me to his office and said, hey, all your information was turned in on time. We're not really worried about a thing. And then they will vote. And then in a few weeks, you will get a letter saying either you got the, whether you got it or not. And during this time period, I was very nervous because I didn't think, like, I'm thinking kids are applying who have 4.0s and have a clean slate, who are, like, absolutely perfect in school. Unlike me, it's very hard for me to stay focused in school and to be able to get my grades at, like, straight A's while other students are, like, can do it no problem. Well, a few weeks later, I'm about to pick up my parents from DIA, and I'm with my girlfriend, and I got the mail that day because I'm like, oh, I almost forgot, and I got it, and I saw that there's two things. It was my driver's license, and then it was a letter from the HAC. And I was very nervous to open this letter because I thought it's gonna say no, because I wasn't like all the other people who applied. I highly doubt that they'd want someone who isn't exactly good at school to be able to take this money and apply it. While there could be people with 4.0s who know exactly what they're doing, who knows exactly what college and were already accepted like me, but they have a 4.0, so then therefore they're better at education, and then academically they would just be better as a representative of the HAC. And then I had my girlfriend open it, and then she made me read it because she just thought it would be a better idea for me to read it and not have her read it. And the first few words are, Carlos Ellis, we would like to congratulate you on receiving a scholarship for this much money. And that was one of the happiest and proudest moments of my life, because I actually did something myself, and I did have a little help, but also I was very grateful for receiving that, because I thought I wouldn't deserve it like everyone else did who would have applied. And I guess this just made me really happy. And then after that, everything seemed to be setting in place with college and all of that. I already have a roommate named Luke. We already have our beds in the psychology sector, and all of this. And I mean, I'm just very ecstatic about what's going on in my life, and I'm very proud of myself for it. You know, I've been thrown a few curveballs in this last week, but other than that, I'm very proud of myself, because my parents have always said, you know, you need to look at your successes. And the problem with me is I don't look at successes. I look at failures or what I need to work on. And I guess that kind of brings me down sometimes, because that's all I really look at. I don't look at, hey, look, I did this. I succeeded at something that I didn't think I would succeed at. I would think, like, how could I do this better? Or I would look at, well, exactly the exact same mentality I went into receiving the HAC scholarship. I would think that I'd be good enough to receive it, or that there's always be someone better than me that could do it. And I guess that's kind of one of my faults that I also need to start growing on. And that's, I think, another reason why I wanted to do a video like this, so I can also kind of show myself, hey, you actually did something worth doing, and you took that leap of faith, and look what happened. And I guess I need to learn more on taking more leaps of faith, because I'm the person that always plays it safe. I play it smart sometimes, and I don't do anything else, and I guess that just kind of slows me down. And I guess I need to make more leaps of faith. And this video is not about me bragging about, oh look, I actually did something, look at this, you have to know exactly what I did. I think it's more of a hey, look at the more personal victories that I have succeeded at. And I'm very proud of myself for that, and I just kind of wanted to share it. So I am actually getting really close to Josh's house, and that's what I'm driving to. That's why I'm driving. I'm driving to my best friend Josh, also known as the Brotherhood 22. I'm actually showing up to his neighborhood right now. So I will see all of y'all in the next video, hopefully. So goodbye.